Hey everyone, for this week's how-to video project, I've decided to show you how to clean and oil a skateboard. Things you will need, of course, is a complete skateboard set, a regular dirty towel you probably would never use on yourself, and a skate tool. These things come in very handy. Otherwise, you'd have to use a screwdriver and a few different size wrenches if you have them. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have a closer look at the skateboard. The skateboard is comprised of just a few parts. Main being the deck, which is the actual wooden part that you ride and holds everything together. Then next we have the trucks, which is the entire metal piece right here. The entire thing is just called the truck. And then of course the wheels. These are actually much larger and softer wheels than normal. You can see the little markings right here from when you turn, and these large wheels would scrape the board. I got them while I was going to ECU because the terrain there was so bumpy, and it actually helped with the ridings, and that was really all I used it for, was to get around campus. Which makes oiling your board very, very important. Here we have our skate tool. As you can see, there's 3 different size sockets on it, and on top here you have a little screwdriver to remove the trucks completely from the skateboard. Alright, you can get one of these at just about any skate shop. They go from like 15 to 35 bucks, depending on like the craftsmanship and the ruggedness, I suppose. They really all do the same thing, so you might as well get the $15 one. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is remove the trucks, and we're going to use the small end piece here and the screwdriver bit to hold it in place so it won't move while we unscrew it. Again, I'm just sticking the screw in right here and holding it while I unscrew it from the other side. Should come right up just like that. And it should pop off. Don't pull it too much, you might crack your board, and that would be very bad. Alright, so now we're just going to give the deck a quick wipe down. You especially want to wipe in the areas where the trucks were pretty hard. Then we're just going to clean off our trucks a little bit. Next thing we're going to do is remove the wheels. So in order to do that, we're going to use the second largest bit on this. Now inside your actual wheel right here is the bearing. This little thing right here. It's a bearing on either side of the wheel. Theirs are pretty old and dirty. Now you need a special tool to pop these out. Unfortunately, I don't have that tool, so we won't be popping those out, but it's essentially just like a little hook that goes in there, and like you put it on the end of a table and you just kind of pop it out. But instead we're just going to take a wet towel and just kind of go in there, maybe put some water through there, and then we're going to oil them. You also want to give the nut and bearing a little wipe down too. The bearing will go in between the wheel and the nut to help with friction. Okay, now here I have some valve oil you would use for a trumpet, and just gonna do a little bit in here, try to get it around the outside, and a little bit inside. That's all you really gotta do. Take a little graphite from a pencil and rub it on the truck where the wheel goes. Alright, so essentially that's it. We're all done. The board is clean, it's ready to be used. The only thing you might do at the end would maybe to be adjust the turn speed using these large nuts here on the trucks. Mine are set perfectly to the way I want. and I'm not gonna mess with them because it can be very difficult to get them perfect. So I'm just gonna leave that. You have to take my word for it. Yeah, we're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm Alex Willis, and this has been my how-to video. Excuse me.